Hey guys, Kyle Miller here with Mortgage Brokers Ottawa. Wanted to talk about something that came up recently and comes up all the time. And it's not complicated, but as everything, there's always some gray area and stuff. So I want to make sure people understand this. And this is good for agents as well, real estate agents. This is good for you too. Because I've had a couple who, when I've commented on this, they're being like, I don't know. Here's the thing. Question is, when is a deal done? Like, when are you fully approved? And the short answer to this question, it sounds odd, is you're approved when you get the keys. That's it. And here's what I mean by that. When you buy your house and you put your offer out and you've got your financing conditions set up for 5, 7 business days, 10 business days, whatever it is. In that time, what we're trying to sort out is your financing. The two major parts of financing is your income and your down payment. As long as we can get those sorted out in that time frame, we're most likely okay, right? Things like missing a void check or not having the right lawyer, that doesn't make a deal go sideways. Not having the right down payment and your income not checking out the way we thought it did, that makes the deal go sideways. So at the end of that 5 to 7 days, we've got your income sorted, we've got your down payment sorted, you sign your waiver that says you're gonna buy this house, the deal is firm. So are you approved? Yes, but, there's a but. In that document, what it says somewhere in there is that if you change your status or if anything changes in your life, credit or income wise, before you close and the lender finds out, they don't have to do the deal, which means they can pull the financing. Now, as a caveat, they don't want to pull the financing. They give money for a living. That's how they make money. However, they don't like to take houses back. So they want to make sure they're going to get through this and that you're not going to not be able to pay them. So it protects them, but it also protects you. So if something changes in that time, maybe your credit goes south, maybe you lose your job, and they find out about it, are you still approved? That's the question. And the answer is no, you're not still approved. But Kyle, I've already gone firm on my deal. Yeah. Now it's time for me to get to real hard work and try to figure out how we're going to fix this. It's also time for you to get to work and get back to work and figure out how we're going to pay for this, house, because that deal is firm. And that might surprise a lot of agents, that might surprise a lot of people in general, but that's the truth. And you have to know that. So, like I said, don't think they're going to pull the financing just for fun. That's not what they do. So when we get you through that waiver period, are you approved? Yes, for all intents and purposes you are. But is it done? No. So that doesn't mean you can go and buy 7 Porsches on credit, or maybe, kit out your entire house with furniture from the brick card, right? Because that's going to change all those ratios. Go back to those videos that I have on my YouTube channel if you want to find out what I'm talking about when I say ratios. It's there. So we have to be careful with that, and that's why we want to be very sure about this. So they can pull that financing if they find that your situation has changed. Now, the flip side of that, just so that you know, there's a get out of jail free card for you. Let's say you win the Lotto Max after we've already gone firm, and you don't need to have that mortgage anymore. You're not bound by that either, right? You can pull out of that too. So you call me and say, Kyle, I just won Lotto Max, what do I do? First I say, you take me for a beer, because thank you very much. And then after that, we just cancel the deal, because you're just gonna roll up and stroke a check. And that's the way it works. So they gotta get out of jail card, and so do you. But we have to be very careful with that. And that's something I wanna make sure everybody knows about, because I don't think it's explained very well. And again, to some agents, a lot of agents probably know this, there's some that may not. And there may want to be some discussion involved here as to how that's set up, because that's why we always want a couple extra days to make sure our financing is good, because we don't want this thing to fall apart at the lawyers or fall apart in between. We want to make sure we're solid. And that's why a lot of work up front, which I've talked about a lot, helps, and make sure that we know what we're doing and we're solid and we're confident that everything's going to go through. So just be careful with that. Understand that. If you have any questions, as always, you can get a hold of me through all my channels, all my handles, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, even Snapchat, just for fun, and as well as my email, phone. And that's just, again, a tidbit that may not have ever been explained to you, but is definitely something that you want to be concerned about and worried about. But I hope that was helpful. If it was, like and share the video, tell your friends, and we'll talk to you again soon.